Astra VXR, tap banjo bolt and oil pressure blanking bolt. So you want these if you're fitting a oil temperature gauge or an oil pressure gauge. These are basically a bolt-in OE fit option for fitting in an additional oil pressure sensor and an oil temperature sensor. So on the Astra VXR and all Z20 engines, so Z20 LETs from Astra GSIs as well, we can remove one of the oil banjo bolts that sits above the air filter, which takes oil to and from the OE oil cooler. So what we do is we replace that with this bolt that has the tapped thread in the back of it, so we can just take out the original bolt, put this one back in with the Doughty washers, and then we can thread in our oil temperature sender straight in the back. These are a taper NPT thread, so you can just tweak that up. It's always good to put a little bit of thread sealant on there, high temperature thread sealant, but it is a taper thread, so it should seal. And then that's got you your oil temperature sensor in an OE location with no disruption to any oil flow, no adding additional kind of T pieces or anything like that, just a good straight fit. So these are all CNC machined from stainless steel in the UK. And then the other is the oil pressure bolt, blanking bolt. So there is, in the back of the oil pump, there's a blanking bolt which is essentially not used. So what we've got is we've got a replacement for that blanking bolt here, just like the banjo bolt, where we can swap that bolt out and then we can thread in our oil pressure sender, thread that in tight, again high temperature thread sealant if you can, and then that gets it in there in a nice location. Some people like to put the pressure sender where the banjo bolt is. The only issue with doing that is the pressure senders tend to stick out quite far, these mechanical ones especially. So if you've got the smaller type from the digital gauges, it's not a problem, but with these larger type senders, you're much better off putting it in this blanking position than in the banjo bolt location, because they tend to stick out quite far. So if you've got one of these larger type senders, it's much better off in that blanking location.